Hello, and welcome to Main Street Yoga's Kids Yoga class, where we will be talking about rainbows. My name is Lauren, and this is Genevieve. We would like to welcome you today to your mats. Yoga is an exercise, a form of exercise where we move and breathe and work on studying how we feel. And in the world today, there may seem like there are a lot of clouds and gloomy days, and we would like to look for rainbows together, as rainbows are a symbol of hope after going through some dark times. We will be working on some ways to breathe today, 15 different yoga poses, all inspired by rainbows, and of course, finish off our practice with a little relaxation. So please join us. All you need is a little bit of space to move your body, bare feet, and a smile on your face. This class has been designed with kids in mind, but moms and dads, I strongly encourage you to get on the floor with your kids and join in the fun. Most of our yoga practice is changing the way we breathe. Breathing in a way that feels good and helps our bodies and calms our minds, especially when the thoughts are getting the best of us. So most of our class, we will breathe very simply in through our nose, allowing that breath to travel past our lungs, all the way into our bellies and beyond, and then exhaling maybe through our nose or our mouth, whichever feels best to us in that moment. But even when the poses get challenging, that's where the practice of yoga comes in. We focus on our breath and keep it strong and steady. So let's practice with some different ways to breathe to start. We'll start with a humming breath, one of my very favorites. Humming helps calm our central nervous system. So just place both hands on top of your heart, close your eyes, and join with me. We will do one long hum. Breathe in through your nose. It's hard to practice that one without smiling. And hopefully you felt the vibration beneath your hands as that vibration resonated through and around your heart. Our next breath is shoulder drops. So we will, this helps release tension and tightness and stress that we hold in our upper back and shoulders. Very simple. We inhale, we take our shoulders all the way up towards our earlobes, and as we breathe out, we drop them with force. Perfect. We'll do 3 more of those together. Inhale. Great job. Get some of that anxiety out of our bodies. Our next breath is our rainbow breath. So we're going to bring both of our hands down to the left side of our body. We're going to hold an imaginary paintbrush in that top hand. As we inhale, we paint a great big rainbow over our head. And then we exhale and we paint it right back to this beginning spot. 2 more, friends. Inhale. And exhale, imagining those beautiful colors right over our heads. Last one. Great job. Bring those hands to the other side of the body. Same breath, different side. Inhale, reach that paintbrush up and around. And exhale on your way back down. 2 more. Inhale, beautiful rainbow. And exhale. Last one, make it big. Inhale. And exhale. Great job. So now we will move into our asana or yoga poses. Our first one's a little bit of a twist. Try to warm up our hips a little bit. You're going to keep your right leg right where it is, and you're going to take your left knee and put it in the sole of your right foot, or the arch of your right foot. Your hands are going to come to the outside of your leg, and you're going to squeeze your hip there as you lift that back leg. Kind of trying to paint a rainbow, but not quite making it the whole arch. So think about what muscles you're using. You're squeezing that outer hip and kind of warming up those strong muscles of the body here. Good, let's do 2 more on that side if you can. And then you're gonna look over your back shoulder. And some of you might feel like walking your hands a little bit more as we sit up nice and tall and get our first twist here in the body. We'll all take a deep breath in together and exhale as you take that to the other side. So again, you can come back to crisscross applesauce if you get confused, but the left leg is bent and that right knee is going to come into the arch of the left foot. Both hands come to the outside, sit up nice and tall, great big posture, and squeeze that back leg as you lift it as high as you can off the floor. It won't go very high, but that's okay. Keeping your breath. Remember, our practice is to breathe deep and steady, no matter the pose, no matter the circumstance. We practice that on our mat so that when we roll our mat up and go out into the real life, we can continue to breathe in that way. Good. 2 more squeezes of those hips. And then we'll walk our hands a little bit further into the twist. Sit up nice and tall. Deep breath. You can even look over your back shoulder if you like. Great job. And we'll come back to the front. We're going to come up to our knees and hands, or all fours is what it's sometimes called. We'll spread our fingers really wide here. Fingers point forward. And then we're going to make a rainbow with our spine. So head drops down, tailbone drops down. And then we're going to make a pot of gold with our spine. So dropping our belly to the floor. We're going to add the breath here. So inhale in your pot of gold. And exhale as you arch that spine into a beautiful rainbow. 3 more all together. Inhale, pot of gold. You can look up with your tail and your chin. And breathe out as you pull your belly in into that pretty rainbow shape. 2 more. Inhale, nice and big, all the way down into the belly. And exhale, pull and arch the spine. Last one, give it your all here. Inhale, drop your belly, push into your hands. And exhale, round your spine into that arch shape that we know and we love. Great job. Feel free to shake your body here, anything that feels good. Remember, part of our yoga practice is thinking about our body and learning about our body and what it likes and what it does not like. Great job. So curl your toes under. We're going to come to standing. You can come through downward facing dog, or if you're more comfortable bringing one foot forward and coming to standing that way, you can. Genevieve and I are going to come up through downward facing dog. So we're going to raise our tails high to the sky, shake our head out, maybe pedal our feet, coming upside down and taking a great big deep breath here. Great job. If you're feeling adventurous, you can bend your knees and hop your feet to come to standing, or you can just walk a gentle walk. Feet and hands make their way together. And we're going to take a great big inhale as we come to standing. Arms come all the way up overhead. Biggest breath in we've had today. And exhale with a smile on our face. Great job. So coming to a standing position, everybody knows that to get a rainbow, we have to have some rainy times, some gloomy times. So we're gonna allow that beautiful rain to kind of wash over us today. We're gonna take our arms up as we inhale and reach up to those rain clouds, and then as we exhale, little raindrops fall down. Our bellies are gonna touch the top of our legs and our head is gonna tuck and hang down nice and low. Inhale, we take it all the way up, reaching for those rain clouds. And as we breathe out, trickling that rain down. Bend your knees if you need to here so that your bellies can rest on your thighs. Inhale 2 more times. We take it up, reach for the rain clouds. Exhale, feel the rain washing away all of our thoughts, all of our fears. Last one, inhale, great big breath up. Exhale, rain trickles down. Good. Go ahead and grab the back of your legs here. Give yourself a great big hug. Maybe you're feeling the need to love on yourself a little bit. Again, your knees can stay bent here because I'd rather your top body touch your lower body. And if you need to bend them fairly deep to make that happen, that's okay. So we're gonna give our legs a little hug here, shake out our head, let our shoulders be soft like spaghetti noodles, and great big inhale as now the sun is shining, it's coming out. So we're gonna reach up, inhale, great big sunshine as she shines down. And we feel that bright yellow of her rays. And as we swing side to side here, I want you to feel a stretch in the side of the body, really reaching, letting your lungs get a big dose of fresh breath. So now we've had rain, we've had sun, all the ingredients for our rainbow, correct? So now we're gonna go on the hunt. We're gonna find a rainbow, or at least find all of her beautiful colors wherever we can. So sit down into an imaginary chair. This is gonna be some strength for our legs. You can even wiggle your toes to make sure you're sitting on your feet or standing on your feet. We're gonna go hunting for some rainbows here. And expect for the legs to work hard. This is where our practice comes in of keeping that deep breath. We're gonna do this 2 more times. Our legs are starting to burn, getting that strong muscle strength in our legs. Last one. Great job. Come to standing. Inhale, deep breath, looking up to that beautiful blue sky. And exhale and come to standing pose. So for our next posture, we're going to do downward facing dog again. It will look familiar to you. And we're going to paint rainbows this time with our kneecaps. These kneecaps, they can't hold a paintbrush in real life, but in yoga imaginary world, we can. So go ahead and make your way back into a downward facing dog pose. So I like to fold first, bringing my belly to my thighs. My hands meet the ground and I just walk into that upside down shape, or it looks more like a triangle or a mountain. And we're gonna make sure that our hands are really strong here as we push into our hands and let the hair fall off the back of your neck. And then think about this left kneecap holding that paintbrush. We're gonna bend that knee and we're gonna paint the rainbow up from the back of our bodies to the armpit and then paint it on the way back. So really have to use your imagination here as your knee makes the rainbow shape. And we're gonna try to paint 3 rainbows on each side. So we have 1 more. Make sure you're breathing. Deep inhale, slow exhale, nice and steady. Great job. That foot comes down to the mat and we get to paint rainbows on the other side. So push into your hands, let your head hang, bend your right knee, and paint a rainbow up towards your armpit and then back. And towards your armpit and back. Good. Keep your breath up. Inhale, paint towards your armpit. And exhale, paint back. Great job. The foot meets the earth. And we're going to roll up like we're wearing high heels and touch our knees down to the mat. Good. We're going to come into a half squat here, and we're going to transition from half squat to side plank. So we'll take the right foot forward first, and this back foot's going to swing behind us. So we're facing forward here. So go ahead and walk that right foot forward as far as you can get it and still keep a bent knee. And we're going to drop our hips and get a little stretch in our inner thighs. You may need to squeeze some muscles on the legs to feel confident here. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And transitioning to side plank, we're going to hold a paintbrush again. With our left hand, I want you to start at your front foot. Paint the biggest rainbow you've ever seen as you reach up overhead, all the way until that left hand comes to the floor. Then your right foot's going to straighten and you're going to point your toes forward. Modified side plank, we take our right hand, reach up to the sky, and this pose is all about taking up space. So don't cower and don't feel small. Instead, take up as much room as you can. Remember to breathe deeply and only do the version of the pose that feels really good. One more breath together. Great job. To come out of this pose, you can bend your elbow and your knees and kind of make your way back up. Right leg comes under, and we'll do that same thing on the other side. So we're going to take our left foot forward, walk it forward a little bit, and go ahead and swing that right foot behind you. Good. We'll sink our hips towards that left foot, and you should feel a stretch in the inner thighs here. Sit up nice and tall, push into your elbow, take a deep breath. And then we get to paint again. Right hand. Start down here at your ankle. Inhale, paint a great big rainbow all the way till you reach the floor. And then we'll straighten that left leg and turn the toes forward. Squeeze your buns here and take that left arm up to the sky. Remember, take up space. Feel big and powerful and strong, and feel each and every breath enter your body and travel beyond your lungs. That breath is reaching your fingertips all the way to your pinky toe. Great job. From here, remember you just bend your elbow, bend your knee, and we'll come back to our knees. And facing the top of our mat, we're going to come into the warrior one position. So we'll start with our left leg. We're going to bend that left knee, put our hands on our thighs, curl our back toes under, and we're going to straighten our back leg. So our front leg is bent, our back leg is straight. It may take you a minute to feel your balance here. But when you feel ready, rise up and keep that front leg nice and bent. We're going to bring our arms up overhead. Again, we're artists today and we are looking for rainbows in every way we can. So our hands reach up and we've got 2 paintbrushes here ready to paint rainbows all around. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, start with one hand and paint a rainbow behind you. Good. Inhale as you bring it back up. And exhale, the other hand, paint you a paintbrush. All the way, rainbows around. We come back up and we'll bring our hands down to our front thigh and touch our back knee down to the mat. Warrior one on the other side. We bring our right foot forward. Our front knee's gonna stay bent. Hands on that thigh, we straighten that back leg and give yourself a minute to find your balance. When it's there, both arms reach up high with that paintbrush. We inhale nice and deep, feel strong and powerful. As you breathe out, that right hand paints you a rainbow. Good, inhale all the way to the belly and exhale, rainbows in the sky. Inhale, look up. And as you breathe out, bring those strong arms down to that front leg and we're gonna step forward. Great job. So everyone knows what we find at the end of a rainbow. There's always the pot of gold. And sometimes I hear there's leprechauns. So we're gonna pretend to be a leprechaun here. So we're gonna take our legs wide and our toes are gonna turn out, but not all the way out. Just at a kind of corner angle. We're gonna bend our knees and we're gonna bring those knees down towards the middle toe. Find that burning thing we found when we were hunting for our rainbows. That same sensation in the thighs here. We're gonna squeeze our leg muscles so we feel really strong. Leprechauns, not only do they steal our gold, but I hear they search for four-leaf clovers too. So let's have our leprechaun hold a four-leaf clover in each hand, full of luck and joy and happy things to come. We'll take 3 of our yoga breaths here. So we inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose or mouth. Great job. Hopefully your legs are feeling that. We'll come to standing and we're gonna continue on with a full rainbow. Many of you may know this pose as wheel or bridge or chakrasana. So we're gonna demonstrate that for you today. But I want you to imagine that your body is making the rainbow shape. We'll come to seated on the floor. And then we'll come to laying down on the floor. We're gonna take our fingers, go ahead and keep your knees bent, and your feet are a little bit apart, about hip distance apart. We're gonna take our fingers and tuck them up under our shoulders. So they're pointing in the direction of our feet, and our elbows are gonna wanna fall apart like butterfly wings. We're gonna keep them right next to our ears. Using all the strength and courage that you have, push into your hands and feet and raise your belly. Try to stay for at least 3 breaths, but come down anytime you need to. Good. You can also try to straighten your legs by walking your feet further away from you. And then when you've had enough, lower your body back to the floor. Roll onto your side and come up to seated. Hopefully with a smile still on your face. We have just a few more poses here. We're going to start what many of you know as butterfly pose, but we're going to call it rainbow legs today. So the soles of our feet are together. You can keep your hands holding your ankles, or you can bring your hands behind you, whatever you prefer. We're going to inhale as our knees drop towards the floor. And as we breathe out, we're going to lift those legs and try to bring them all the way together, which can be challenging. Inhale to the ends of the rainbow. Exhale to the center of the rainbow. 2 more together. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Last one. Great job. All right. From here, we've got to find that pot of gold. We've been working hard finding these rainbows. This is often called boat pose or navasana in yoga. It is a great strength builder for our belly. So what I want you to do is sit up nice and tall and start by grabbing the back of your legs. And then lean back so that just the tippy toes are touching the floor. And then when you feel confident and brave, bring those legs up off of the mat. Some of you will want to try with no hands. And that's okay if you feel good doing that. But hands staying on the legs is just as good. Shoulders are down because we're not afraid and we're not stressed. We're breathing deeply and imagining this big pot of gold right here on our bellies. Good. We're going to kick our legs, making our bowl of gold a little bit bigger. So we're going to take one leg up, and then we're going to try the other leg. And then for a great big pot of gold, we're going to try both legs. Ooh, that makes me tremble. That's hard. We're going to put our feet back onto the mat, and looking for a 4-leaf clover might be just as good. And this is a similar pose. We're going to take our legs apart a little bit. You're going to bring one hand under the first leg and the other hand under. And same thing, you're going to lean back. It's a balance pose. You're going to lean back and have 4 petals of your 4-leaf clover. The goal here is to sit up tall, hold your belly muscles tight, but still manage to breathe like you were calm. Good, one more breath. Great job, my friends. Let your feet come back to the earth. We have just 2 more poses. This next pose is really great for if you've been sitting a lot, maybe watching some good movies or doing some puzzles. But this feels really good for opening up the chest and correcting that kind of rounded forward sitting that we tend to do. So we're going to lay on our left side. You're going to bring your hands straight out in front of you, like they were clapping together, and your head can rest all the way on the floor. These are the last rainbows we're going to paint. You're going to hold the paintbrush in your right hand or your top hand, and you're going to paint a rainbow over your head, trying to touch the floor all the way to the end of the rainbow, even as your elbow bends. That whole time we breathe in. Then as we breathe out, we take that arm up and over and start fresh. Inhale, we paint a great big rainbow right over the top of our head. And exhale, we lift our arm up and over. Good. We'll do that 2 more times. Nice and slow movement here. Last one. Great job. Take your time rolling to the other side. Same posture. Your hands are in a clapped position in front of you. Your top hand holds a paintbrush as you breathe in and paint a rainbow all the way. Don't quit till you get to the very end of that rainbow, and then exhale up and over. Inhale, beautiful rainbows overhead. Beginning to visualize the colors of our world, how vibrant and uplifting they can be. Looking for those colors throughout our daily life. Last one, inhale and exhale. Great job. Make your way onto your backs. Our next posture is called Shavasana, or relaxation pose. This is the most important part of your practice today, but it can also be the hardest. Genevieve's going to demonstrate for you as she lays here on her mat and gets comfortable. At home, feel free to cover up with a blanket. While I'm talking here, you'll have plenty of time to go grab a warm blanket or something to cover your eyes. Many people use a sock or a sweatshirt, but darkness and warmth is important for your body to kind of get used to relaxing. Most of you are going to feel better if you relax your feet and turn your toes out. Your hands can be wherever you like them. Traditionally, the palms are up at your sides, but I know most of us feel a little bit safer and happier if we can put our hands on our belly. I'll give you a couple of seconds to get ready. Take a deep breath. Begin to imagine a beautiful rainbow arching over your body. All of the vibrant colors are glowing and radiating over you. These colors that can be found all around our world symbolize some very special parts of our lives. Let's start with the red on the rainbow. As you imagine this deep color, also think about the people in your life that make you feel safe and loved. Think about the places in your life where you feel like you belong. Maybe your house, a family member's house, a friend's house. Think about the people that you have fun with, or those people that you go to when you feel lonely. Imagine these people and places surrounded by the beautiful red of the rainbow, and remind yourself that you belong here. You are safe and secure and exactly where you are meant to be. Now imagine the warm color orange surrounding you. Think about the things that you do in your life that bring you joy. Maybe it's a sport or art that you make. Maybe you sing or dance or garden. There is some way that you make this world better, more beautiful, more enjoyable. Think about a talent that you are pretty good at. Maybe you are a good listener, or you make people laugh. Remember, you are the only you that has ever been and ever will be, and that is special. You are here to make the world better in some way. So feel the orange of the rainbow shining on something about you that does. Next, we move on to the bright color yellow. Let it completely surround your body like you are inside the sun. As you feel warm and powerful, begin to think about the times you have been brave and strong. We are all strong and unique and brave people that can do hard things, but sometimes we forget. Remind yourself now that you are capable. Green is our next color. Feel it swirling around you and within you, especially around your heart. We are loving creatures, not just with our family and friends, but we are loving and kind to all beings. We share, we help, we support any way we can. We love all, and that love comes back to us. You are loved by so many, and you send love out to others easily. We see the bright blue of the rainbow, and we think about our relationships with all the people in our lives, our teachers, our friends, our neighbors. We see how to be good listeners and helpers, but also how we are all so similar. We are all trying our best all around the world with the same needs. It's neat to think we are all on one team and we can cheer each other on. For the purple of the rainbow, we feel that beautiful, vibrant color wrapping around our heads and washing down our bodies. We are perfectly made, even when our actions aren't perfect. We try to be the best we can be because we love ourselves enough to do so. Now, bring your attention back to your breath. Make sure it is still slow to enter the body and slow to leave the body. Finish your time here with 3 slow breaths in your nose and let them leave your body through your mouth as you admire the beautiful rainbow of colors both around you and within you. Slowly come up to a seated position. Move slowly and just tune in to how your body feels at this moment. May our practice together today make you feel good, and hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. Bring your hands to your heart. There's a very special word in yoga. It's namaste, and it simply means all that is beautiful that is within me honors all that is beautiful that is within you. Let us remember today that we are all in this together. Namaste.